Hi folks, another acrylic. Well, I've got these bits of cartridge paper cut, but I tried to shrink this one. There are some, because it's been rolled up in a sort of a loose roll. It's taken the shape, and when you open it out to cut it, it rolls up again. So then you cut it, and then try to straighten out the bumps, and you end up with reverse bumps. So I just stuck it down here with some masking tape and hope for the best. It's not too bad. The sun is not really reflecting. Well, it's not coming in yet anyway. But anyway, now everything I say is what I've learned for myself, and if I sound as if I'm imposing it on you, well, I'm sorry for that, because once you try it, once you get a bit proficient in painting, oil, watercolour, acrylic, you start to be your own I would say enemy. You can do things for yourself. The rules don't really apply, other than with oil painting. Thin over thick, not thick over thin. Is that right? Thin over thick. If you're painting thickly, when you've got to it gets dry a bit, the oil, then you go over it with a thinner. But when the under painting, which is thick, starts to dry, it cracks the surface, the thin surface. So good practice there. Watercolour, well, that speaks for itself, but acrylic, don't mix oil and acrylic. No, not bedfellows. I'll also have on hand a cup of tea. So what I found out when I'm doing any acrylic or oil painting, we can treat this one as an oil painting if you like, although it's acrylic on cartridge paper. My approach to it, because I'm working blind, I'm working from my imagination, such that it is not very good. I just make a mark and just cover the whole paper, or canvas, whatever you're going to use for, or MDF, thin MDF, which is excellent. The idea is not to paint here, then go there, and a bit there. Is to get it all on, get the approximate colours, because you can change it anytime you like, especially with acrylic. And you can buy acrylic quite cheap. They're less expensive than oils, in my opinion, or in my going to Hobbycraft or online, eBay. And if you have a palette like this, or a Daler Rowney palette, the paints will stay moist for some time, and you can just add to them on the following day. But if you leave them much past 3 or 4 days, they'll start to dry anyway. These palettes aren't guaranteed watertight or airtight. They do dry, but over a period of days, and that way you don't have to keep replacing these expensive membranes. They're quite expensive, almost £1 a sheet, but they do last. But oh, ouch! Oh, I just kicked the foot of my easel. Oh, I've also got. Where is it? Which you can use for sort of a one-time only, is this tear-off palette. Look, just loads of papers in there. When you finish with it, just fold it up, stick it in your waste paper bin. So acrylic is very, very adaptable. It's a lovely thing to work with. I never used to like it because I didn't do enough of it to get used to it. But now I do. And cartridge paper. This is a thick cartridge paper. It's thicker than the balls or the paper in the blocks that I've got, with the spiral bounds. the second one I bought is 160 grams per square metre. This is about 200, or at least 180 grams per square metre. Oh, this is all finishing my cup of tea. So really, I don't have any idea of what I'm going to paint it. Well, I do, but I will change my mind before I even paint it. It's going to be a landscape. I did a meadow on Saturday, which I'm very pleased with. I'll show you it because there's something in it that I should have changed. I was putting in some neutral colours on this painting. I cut it all crooked. Like these bits here, they are neutrals, but I should have dotted out. This bit I should have taken it up a bit. A friend said that it looked like some of the silkworm covered trees that he's seen in America. But I like that one. I like the colours in it. I like the spontaneity of it. And it's doing well on YouTube. It has got a coat of PVA glue. I'll show you that because it comes in handy. This is a PVA glue. Just give it a shake. It's got a nice little lid that sometimes gets stuck. And then you can just pour it out through the nozzle, quickly give it a dry or spread with a wide brush. Get it covered all over. Make sure, look at it sideways, like, and make sure so you can see if you've actually covered all of it, and then just leave it. And if you want to add another coat, you can, but you don't want to make it too shiny. But the acrylic glue, PVA glue, it's scary when you first use it because you think, oh, it's a bit obliterated, I can't see, it's all gone white. But as it dries, it goes back to brilliant clear, and then you can do it again. But make sure it's bone dry before you do, otherwise you'll peel the coating off the one underneath if it's still a bit damp. So here we go, breaking all the rules I've just mentioned. Brushes, well, I use rough brushes for this. Got a couple of sort of brushes for laying on, and then I've got these lovely worn out brushes. Look, they do lovely stipple. That one needs a bit of a wash with I'll do that later with some washing up liquid. Right, okay, and then we've got a rigger, and that's about it really. And this brush, if I want to do some trees, I can use this. Right, okay, here we go. So, bit of water on the brush. I'm not using any medium other than water. What should we have? Let's have a bit of Payne's Grey and a bit of ultramarine, a bit of white. No, just get it on. And when it dries, which will be in a couple of minutes, you can add your clouds or whatever you want to do. Make it a bit lighter here and there. Bit of sienna. Just cover it. Don't worry about what you're going to. That you're ruining a painting. You're not. You're just putting a background, a ground colour, and we can sort of come down there, bit of lovely sienna with a bit of white. You know, look, I can change that any time I like, and I'm working fast just to get it on. Just to cover it up. Right, so let's get some yellow and some sienna, a bit of white, and just go over the foreground. bit of yellow ochre, a bit of ochre, bit of this, bit of that, and the Payne's grey and the yellow. So this is making a plastic surface because acrylic is plastic. But acrylic's been around for 70 or 80 years. Or so, yeah, it has. But I'm doing another acrylic. It's a thing. When you've got so much paint left over from the one before, if you don't use it, it's just a waste. So that's why I get stuck on various mediums. Not because I intend to paint in a particular, or with a particular theme or something. It's just that if all the colours are used at the same rate, then okay. But if you've got loads left over, like I had all that red, most of that ultramarine, some of that burnt sienna, some of the Payne's grey, and some of the yellow ochre left, I'm going to use it. Then I'll find that I've still got a lot of paint left over, so you're on a treadmill. But unless you're very wealthy, and money's no object, you can use as much or as little as you like. But I want fairly light foreground. Now you can see it's all buckled up now. But when that dries, it will flatten out. Right, let's we could change that sky now. Just clean the brush. Bit of cloth. Hey, right, let's have a bit of ultramarine, bit of white. So you can hear the paper thickening up. Look at that. Now you can lighten, darken, whatever you like. Look, just scumbling over with a rough old brush. You don't really always want to paint blue skies. This is what you want. A bit of red in that. Now, because I want to get some light on that horizon, I need that bit to be a bit light. So it's all about counter change, light against dark, complementary colours. It's a lot to learn, especially if you're a beginner. But it's only you that stops you from starting or doing it. Paper's cheap, relatively cheap. Oh, we've got a lovely sky there now. We can change it if we want. Clouds aren't always, well, they appear white against a dark sky, or dark blue sky, but there's loads of colour in a cloud. Okay, we'll let that go. Well, more or less, just... Right, now we're going to put some foreground in, I think, before we put any trees in. See, that's right. But look, it's all... Because it's got water in it, it starts to puff up. It's trapped in between the tapes, the masking tapes. But I only did that because I could have clipped it, but because there were buckles in the paper. All right, now then, here we are. Let's get one of these rough old brushes and touch of water. Get some of this, some of that. Oh, just messing about with it, just painting something that you can modify. By doing this, you'll get some idea of where you want to go with your texture. So we don't say detail, we'll say texture. Let's have a bit of yellow ochre, a bit of white, a bit of that, a bit of red. But bear in mind, I'm not painting anything in particular, I'm just splashing the paint around until the painting tells you what you should do next. So a bit of ochre, a bit of white. I'll put the trees in a minute. Alright, let's get some trees in there. Clean the brush. Don't leave your brushes out with acrylic because they will dry quickly and you will have lost your brush. Apparently you can use the washing up liquid to bring, if they're fairly newly stuck together, you can rescue them. Right, now we want a real bit of contrast now. So red, yellow, blue. Look at that, lovely. Leave your tops of your trees with a bit of air in. A dark horizon. I've done this sort of view loads of times, but all different. But Payne's Grey. Payne's Grey is a great mixer. You can darken very quickly. Oh. I think I have a bit of red, a bit of yellow, a bit of Payne's Grey, just lovely thick paints. And once we've got the basics on, we can start to muck about with them. get a bit of blue in the background. Okay, that's the distance. We can add bits of that colour. Now we've got to get the contrast now. And some acrylics are not that strong. And I would recommend, if you can afford it, to get artist quality acrylics. All my colours here are student quality, but then I can use them. I know what I'm doing to use them. Now we want some nice grassy stuff. Push the brush. There's a bit more colour than that. Bit of ochre in there, yellow ochre, look. The grass is just poking up. A bit darker. Now I can see me leaving quite a bit of paint on this palette, and I'm sorry about the watercolours, but I know. Oh, look at that. It's that bit of green. Right, okay. Now I haven't put any detail in that. It looks like it, but it's all just done with this old brush. And I know it looks, I'm making it look easy, and it isn't really. It's right, let's get a bit dark in shadowy green. Bit of burnt yellow in there. Just put some on there. Right, get that green back. Separate those trees there, I think. Now all of this, it takes you down my neck. I've got, now being investigated because a couple of times I collapsed because I've got a dizzy spell. And I think it's because my neck is, I strain too much, and over the years it starts to take its toll. So be careful. Unlike me, I now pay the price. I could put a bit of nice green, bit of burnt sienna with that, just over the background here. Right, I've got a bit of dark in there, so there's a contrast, dark green. I'll just change that a little bit. And now, see these spiky bits? Well, we can make something of those. Let's get a bit of ochre, a bit of white. This I put a load of white out, I'm not going to use it. So a bit of burnt sienna. Right, that's okay. This is just a little bit darker, with a bit of burnt sienna and a bit of Payne's grey. Quite like that bit there. Got a bit of dark green now. Now I want a bit of dark in here. Right, I could carry on working for this for hours, but I want to finish there. Just wonder. No, that doesn't work. I want to leave that as a demonstration of painting shapes, and we can put in a bit of Payne's grey, bit of blue, bit of white, bit of ochre, just a nothing colour. Oh, I learned this from the Danish painter. Sure, she'd be pleased to know that. Look, it's there, but it's not there. We can just go over that a little bit, over that, just to lessen it. Still wet. No, I'll have to put that back. Okay, put some of that in here. Right, okay, I'll put that in a mount and I'll clean the brushes. Push that up and get our double mounts. See, my neck is really aching now. Well, there we are, that's quite a nice, pretty, but you'll be hard pressed to find detail in that. It's all just suggestion. And once you get your suggestion, look, all these lovely little lights against darks, they're all very subtle. Try it. Acrylic is wonderful. It's much easier to use than oil, and it dries so quick. A couple of minutes and you can paint over it. Absolutely superb. I'm not putting any naff figures in, but I will sign it. I'll get my little signing brush. We'll have. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can put a few poppies in there, can't we? Nothing wrong with a few poppies. Where's my poppy brush? There it is. So we'll just anchor to the foreground. No, just get a bit of this. Look, just a little suggestion. Coming up here. Clean the brush. We'll add some bits of yellow. Bits of white. Get these little bits of, I don't know, cow parsley. Just spread them out a bit. And some little bits of blue, light blue ladders for your cornflowers. It's there, but it's not there. Clean, 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 clean. Okay, right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. And I'll get this uploaded now. Bye bye.